Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BnA Sports Talk. Welcome to the Pi Day edition of BnA Sports Talk. Man, I've been waiting for this one all year. No, just kidding. But seriously, I remember in high school, middle school, when Pi Day came around, everyone was memorizing digits of pi and shit. Now it's like, especially at my age, nobody really cares. You might see something on Twitter or something, and be like, "Oh yeah, it's Pi Day. That's pretty cool." And nothing really goes on. Anyway, so today I have a couple things I want to talk about. First, has to do with the draft. So Kyler Murray, that has to do with the draft. Kyler Murray had his pro day. In my opinion, honestly, is starting to change about him. With opinions, they can change as you get more evidence, as time develops, and that's great, because if you just stick to the same opinion over and over, I mean, we'd all just think the same thing. We would think what our parents told us, and then we'd think what the first person told us, and they would stay the same. But when more evidence comes in, you can change your opinion. Now, I like the way Kyler Murray is doing the draft. He's like, okay, I want to make it seem like I'm a passer. I'm a pocket passer first. That's my skills. The people know I can run. And plus, Kyler Murray is trying to say, if you don't love that I'm not running, don't draft me. I don't even want you on my team. That goes along from what I've been saying before. I don't want to join your team if you don't want me because I didn't run. Okay? He knows that. He knows it can only jeopardize him. He's trying to prove something. He's not trying to say, oh, I'm a fast runner. Obviously, he's going to be a fast runner. I do think he would have ran a slower 40 time because he put on some weight. And I don't think he plays at 205. He's going to play more at 195. That's what you see. Like, just looking at him, he looks way more big than what he used to. When you look at him play, he looks so skinny. He looks so thin. But now he's starting to look more and more like a quarterback. Do you know he's almost obese with his height and weight? He's near obese. If he was 5 pounds more, he'd technically on the charts be obese, and he can run a 4.4. But that's crazy. Anyway, so I like the way Kyler Murray's playing. He's going to be number one. I don't think the Cardinals are bluffing. I don't think all this hype of Kyler Murray is just speculation, kind of like how everyone had Sam Darnold last year. I think it's more like Baker Mayfield, where towards the end everyone's like, okay, he's the first pick. And not a lot of Cardinal scouts were there, apparently, so they already know. I still think he'd be the best fit with the Titans, but the Titans can't really offer much to the Cardinals because they don't really have a lot of assets that the Cardinals need. So I'd still think that if the Titans could trade up to number one and somehow move from 19 to 1, that'd be crazy. But I think that would change their franchise more than Mariota could. I think that's the move. I'm still of that opinion. So next thing I want to move to is Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson got caught doing 105. Okay, yada yada yada. That's not really what bothers me. I think this hype of Lamar Jackson it's gone. He's a Tim Tebow. It's official. He's a Tim Tebow, but he couldn't perform in the playoffs. At least Tim Tebow his fourth quarters were good enough to come back. Lamar Jackson, I'm not buying him. I'm selling him 100%. He's proven he has character issues. Now, he's called 200. You had the keys to the franchise. If you're that stupid to make dumb mistakes like that, that's just blatant and obvious, rebellion. Okay, once you have the keys to this franchise, you're gonna make $100 million, $100 million easy, if you just shut up, don't do anything, don't make any news, and that's it. And plus, you saw the Chargers. They had a second crack at Lamar Jackson. And they showed, hey, this guy's easy to crack if we give him, if we see him twice. Like any good coach can see Lamar Jackson's flaws, predict what he's going to do, and have a defense set up. Now, it's hard because the Baltimore Ravens defense is so much more different from everyone else's. I mean, offense is so much more different from everyone else's offense, so the defenses have to adjust a little more than usual. But I think people are going to start to pick up on seeing what other teams do to stop this defense. Once you stop them once, man, now everyone knows what to do. Even if they don't have the players, they know the formula to destroy this team. That's why formulas don't work. That's why exact formulas don't work. You have to have the players. You have to have options. You have to have plan B. You can't run the same plays over and over again. Like the Patriots. The Patriots, they were making plays the morning of the game. You have to have the smarts to make plays, make decisions, and I don't think Lamar Jackson's at that height just yet. Will he maybe eventually work? Yes. I think this year is going to be a wake-up year from Lamar Jackson. I don't think they're going to win 8 games this year. I see them going 7-9, missing the playoffs, obviously. So that's my opinion about Lamar Jackson. How stupid can you be? I don't think this is going to be the last time you hear from him. I don't think this is the last time. So let's move on to the Josh Rosen Sweepstakes 2019. Now, there are 5 teams looking for a quarterback, a couple teams looking for a backup, 2 teams looking for a starter. The Giants and the Dolphins are the ones looking for a starting quarterback now. Everyone else thinks they have their starting quarterback at least for the next 2-3 years. The Bengals and the Broncos think they have their starting quarterback, but they're looking for backups. The Saints aren't really looking for a backup because they have Taysom Hill and Teddy Bridgewater. It depends where Bridgewater goes. I think the Chargers are looking for a backup, but they already got that in Tyrod Taylor, so I think they're set. And the Patriots are looking for a backup. These are the teams that need a quarterback, are looking for a quarterback, and I think Tennessee should start looking for a quarterback, to be totally honest, because I never bought into Mariota. He's like the Beckham of quarterbacks. He's always injured, but he's pretty silent. He is pretty silent, but he's small shaped, really flashy, but gets injured often, and you can't rely on him on the field. Okay, so now we have that out of the gate. The 3 teams I think could trade for Josh Rosen, the Giants and Patriots. Both have 12 draft picks this year. 12 draft picks. I think they're going to get in a bidding war, the Patriots and the Giants, for Josh Rosen. If the Giants think, hey, we're giving up like 2 seconds, we're giving up I think it ends with the first round pick. If they give the 17th overall and something else, I say we're out. But if you have to give up a second and a fourth, I'm in. Maybe make the Patriots pay a little bit more than what they should have, but I don't think that would impact them at all. If they miss a 5th rounder, who cares? But I think Gettleman's good with the draft. We had a good draft last year. Everyone's like, the Giants are not good at draft. That was old management. We have new management in now. So yeah, the reason why I don't think Josh Rosen's going to go to Miami is because you have Brian Flores. He's going to look for a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick, because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers recently just signed a quarterback. But they're going to look for a guy who's been in the league for a couple years. Even though Josh Rosen is in the league for 1 year, he's basically a rookie quarterback. Okay, he hasn't had the experience yet. I think Flores is gonna look for a more established guy. Even though there aren't too many options left, I don't think the Dolphins are looking for him. The Broncos, Josh Rosen, it's a possibility, but I do think they found their guy in Joe Flacco. They're already starting to surround him with pieces. I think John Elway wants to get this quarterback situation solved, and I think he thinks he has it solved with Joe Flacco. Although I'm not completely buying it, I still think their ceiling is 9 wins this year. He thinks he has his quarterback solved in Joe Flacco, and I think he's not going to admit he's wrong. And by admitting he's wrong with this pick, he's going to pick another backup quarterback. So he's going to go all in on Flacco. The Redskins, I think they're all in on Case Keenum. Especially they're banking on Alex Smith to return. It's not like how it was last year with the Cardinals, where they're waiting for an injured guy to come back. Sam Bradford was their only guy, and Josh Rosen, they're just like, let's not feed him to the Wolves at first, even though they ended up doing that. But you get the point. It wasn't like Tyrod Taylor with Baker Mayfield. It's not like that. They're waiting for Alex Smith to come back, and I think that's their long-term plan. Even though that's a risky plan, I think that's what they're looking for. And their backup plan is, hey, if Alex Smith is not ready, we'll drop the quarterback next year. A lot of teams are looking at, let's drop the quarterback next year. Next year's a QB-heavy draft. Okay, let's see the quarterbacks in that draft. There's Tua. He showed weakness. I think he's a system quarterback. I don't think he's going to work in the NFL. Jake Fromm. Okay, is he much better than Dwayne Haskins? I don't think so. He hasn't won at the NCAA level. He's proven to not show up. Who else? Justin Herbert. He may be the guy. So that's 1 or 2 guys. Then you start listing them. It's like, wait, these guys aren't. I mean, Will Grier put up way better numbers. Even though Will Grier is not. I don't think he's pro. He's that much of a pro guy. You start listing these quarterbacks. It's like, really? Oh yeah, really? These quarterbacks aren't that great. And then you start listing them off. It's like, I think a lot of teams are gonna end up screwed and end up forcing to pick a guy next year, and they could just find their quarterback this year by picking up Josh Rosen or picking up Dwayne Haskins. So I think ultimately Josh Rosen goes to the Patriots because I think they I think that that's their only option at this point, if that makes any sense. And the Giants, they know, hey, if this price goes at a certain point, we didn't fall in love with him last year. That's why we didn't pick him. We picked Barkley, and we'll just go with Dwayne Haskins. I don't think any team is trading over the Giants to get Dwayne Haskins, because you look at it, I don't think the Bengals or the Miami Dolphins have enough draft stock to jump up that high, and I just think that's the reality of the situation. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Any and all opinions will be appreciated, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.